Good morning, I'm glad to see you again. Here we are on day 161 of our 365 days through the Bible. At the moment we're looking at those ancient tales, dialogues and parables that humanized the Old Testament law in the books of Ruth, Jonah and Job. At the moment we're looking at the book of Job and we're continuing with his story. This is Job chapter 3, verses 2 to 19. Job is speaking to God. Oh God, perish the day I was born. Perish the night when my parents made love and said, let's hope it's a boy. Count that day as night. Forget it. Never look at it again. Count it as a day of deep, dark gloom. Let the clouds come on it and cover the sun. Blot that night out of the calendar. Let it not exist, that barren, joyless night. Get sorcerers who are strong enough to wrestle Leviathan into submission, to come and curse that day. Don't let the morning stars shine in the hope of dawn, on the day it allowed me to be born to all this trouble and grief. I really wish I'd been born dead or died soon after. There was no point in my mother cuddling me and feeding me. If I'd died then, I'd now be at rest, sleeping like the kings whose ancient palaces lie in ruins. Yes, I'd be sleeping like those who filled their homes with riches, sleeping like a stillborn baby. In the grave, the wicked stop their evil, and weary workers find rest. Even prisoners get peace, away from shouts and harsh orders. We all end up there, famous or not, and even slaves at last are free. The gut reaction of those who don't think about things deeply is that life is to be preferred to death. And it is often said that in biblical times few Jews believed in heaven as a destination for the generality of the departed. It was Sheol, the grave, that was the best that could be hoped for, the resting in peace without the rising in glory. Before the story of Job was written, even the rest in peace was hardly there, just a shadowy, sleepy existence in the underworld. See how hard Job works in this opening to the dialogue to enumerate the advantages of that rest in peace. In my comments from here on, I'm sticking largely with portions of the book that no one doubts are the work of its outstanding original author. There is beauty in this writer's insight. The author affirms that the grave is a place of rest from human anxiety and labour, a place where our differences are all levelled, a place where sinners don't sin and workers can rest, where slaves and prisoners are at last free. We Christians have carried these ideas over into our understanding of the world to come and are glad to accept them. Our prayer that the departed might rest in peace is surely the Christian equivalent of this great and innovative sight, although we do hope for more. But the big philosophical question that is posed in the opening verses here remains with us today. Atheist scientists and Christian apologists alike still have it to answer. What is the point of life? Why is suffering such a large part of it? Does God or the universe care? Few books, ancient or modern, have taken so much trouble to examine these issues. We should be proud and privileged to be the inheritors of such a thought-provoking work. In the next few days, we shall see some of the insights this writer reveals. Tomorrow, we meet Eliphaz, who tries to blame Job himself for his misfortune. And I'll see you when we do that tomorrow.